Hello, you wonderful people, and Merry Christmas. Well, almost. I was joining a collab on Instagram and made an art book for that. The topic was tales and Christmas traditions, and I've chosen one that means a lot to me personally. So if you're curious about the artworks that others made for the collab, I will link their names down below in the description box. And if you follow me on Instagram, you have probably already seen this. In the video, I want to talk about one Christmas topic that has followed me through my childhood, and that might be sounding strange to you. Basically, it's a figure from Russian folklore and fairy tales. It's Ded Moroz, or Father Frost. Father Frost is something like a Santa Claus type of figure, but he also has magic powers, and the powers are not to bring children gifts, but to freeze anything. He symbolizes the winter season. So in most fairy tales, he goes around the woods and forests, puts snow on the trees, etc., and just freezes stuff. He's a kind old man, and sometimes he even gets to meet people. There are many fairy tales where he's a part or a figure that appears, and also there are some movies made from them. One I liked in particular, it's Morozko. You may be surprised, and I was too, that there's an English version of this movie available on YouTube, and I will link it down below too. So if you don't have anything to watch today, you can watch a Russian movie from the 60s about winter. It's strange, but it's nice. In this particular story, it's a little bit like Cinderella. So the daughter of an old man who is beautiful and nice and kind is set out in the woods because her stepmother doesn't want her to be in the house because she's more beautiful than her own daughter, and all the young boys are attracted to her. So Nastinka, or Anastasia, is set out in the woods in winter. There she meets Father Frost. She's very nice and kind, and while Father Frost has his scepter that contains his magic powers to freeze anything, she sees that there's a little bird landing on the scepter and freezing to solid ice. She tries to warm up the little bird, but it doesn't work because everything that turns to ice is lost. As it happens, Father Frost takes her in, and there's a witch, Baba Yaga, who wants her bad and makes her touch the scepter herself, so she freezes to ice. But because she's so kind and wonderful, and there's a young man who is behaving good now, or who became a better person by the help of Nevskaya. With his help and love, she wakes up again and gets gifts from Father Frost and returns as a married, rich woman to her family. What happens then is actually pretty fun, and you should watch it too. The version of this fairy tale that I found on YouTube is actually always shown as two separate fairy tales in the Russian television, but it's actually nice to see them in context. And if you're curious, just take a look. It's weird, and you can have fun with it. So because this was such a big part of my childhood, and I grew up with fairy tales of Father Frost, I wanted to share this tradition with you and show you something that was stuck in my mind. As soon as I've heard the topic the collab was about, I wanted to paint this image in particular because I enjoyed the fairy tales and I enjoyed painting eyes. For this one, I used the Senili Indigo that was sent to me by a friend and the White Knight set that I got from my mother. I thought this Russian watercolor paints suit the topic best. But I don't use them only for Russian themed artwork. They're really nice to use, and I like the color selection they have. As brushes, I used the silver black velvet brushes that I got recently, and it's all painted on Arch's watercolor paper. There will be a review for the brushes in a separate video, as well as other content that I just didn't have the time to publish yet. But I promise you, I'll try, and you will see so much more of me and my art in the next year. Until then, I wish you all a happy Christmas, nice holidays, a wonderful festive season. Celebrate whatever you want to celebrate and have a wonderful new year. See you soon. Bye.